back back for another episode of Being Africa Live right here on Discover Music Channel by Playmaster. Today I have Sage producer Lano the Sage alongside Mr. Henny, hence White Williams, aka Henny 242 in the building, and we are about to talk about Miami Carnival 2024 and their 40-year celebration. First and foremost, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we're going to get straight to it. Before we get into Miami Carnival, right, I want to talk about the sound of Soca in 2024. Now, this, I should say, during Miami Carnival, the 9th through the 14th, we were inundated with all types of sounds from around the Caribbean. Primarily, Dominica and Grenada had the spotlight this year, right? Those were the sounds that we were hearing. We were hearing the sounds of Bayou and Jab. So I need to know what you guys' response was to the music that you heard and the diversity of sound that was available this year.
Oh, the music. Oh my god, the music. 10 is a 10 out of 10 for me. The experience, like a couple of songs, was just fire. Like, it was very good. It was very good.
Yep, that's a fact.
Okay, Lano.
For real, the music did surprise me this time around. In fact, it was almost like an enhancement. They would have done something incredibly different in relations to the sound of what they were operating on. And everyone who would have dropped something, like I keep in touch in the group with Blackie, as in Blackie always got to be dropping some new soca music. And he was very enthused about a lot of soca music was dropping, and a lot of music would drop, including that one banger from Teja. So I loved it all.
Well, me personally, as a person that is a soca enthusiast, when I listen to soca, I want my music to be happy, right? I enjoy soca music because it has a different vibration and frequency than hip hop and dancehall. Additionally, I don't need you to curse in soca. Like that's my only thing. Like I like the sounds. I like the fact that we have decided to go outside of the norm, Trinidad and Barbados, but we really should stay focused on making sure that the genre in itself remains happy, because I don't need to hear bitch in a song, in a soca song. Like I hear bitch in hip hop and dancehall all the time. I hear pussy and dancehall and hip hop all the time. I don't need to hear that in soca. That, like, we're already considered to be over and hypersexualized in our culture. We don't need to create music that reinforces that idea. And that's my only qualm with it. Like the tracks were nice, whatever the case may be. I enjoy the rhythms, but when the lyrics came, it almost made me it made me cringe a little, because I'm like, I'm not ready for this to be my soca experience. Soca is the only genre that I can play at a kid's party, and I know I don't have to worry about having a pulling out a raw song upwards until 2022. And that's my problem. And that's my problem with the new sound of soca.
Which songs in particular actually did that? Because maybe you might hear more than me.
I'm sitting on my toilet drinking whiskey.
As soon as you said that, I know exactly the songs.
I never heard that one.
Baby, what are you talking about? You played the entire weekend. Then
I never heard it.
Put your hand in your pussy and put it in my mouth.
I like,
inside, outside, inside.
I heard that.
Okay. There's so many more.
It's a lot though. It's a lot.
I didn't like that song when I heard that. I heard that at Juve, actually.
Like, if it was only those two, that would have been fine. But like, there's so many more. And it's
It's
unnecessary
multiple. It's
for this type of music, for the music that makes you happy. It's unnecessary. That's my 2 cents. Leave the cursing out of soca. I love soca with the innuendos and everything. Leave cursing out of soca. I could hear that in hip hop and dancehall. I do not need that in soca.
mm,
Well, that's a responsibility that also plays in relations to the DJs too. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we got to be truthful about this, right? I would have sat with some people who are not only enthusiasts but also like some big winners on stage for Carnival, right? Like I talking like the seniors who know this thing and its origin and why they take it as serious as they do. The fact of the matter is, when they do it and when they play mass and all that, they don't over sexualize it. But certain people is end up in certain spaces or on certain platforms with certain bands and all that. And they is be telling people how to, do their wives, and they hold a responsibility to that as well. So if I decide, look, yeah, I won't put together one soca event, the first thing I going to do, I going to go look up at least 8 hours worth of songs, and every song I got to select that is not in a particular manner. Am I going to let people bust up and whine and sing? Yeah, hell yeah. Am I going to over sexualize it? Hell no, because I already know certain people, they already used to that. You see what I'm saying? Like certain people, they are agreeing to that. But a lot of people who play Master Day, the reality is they don't know nothing but the origins of it. And therefore, they can only do what they know. And what they know is the wine and ting and the energy and all that, what they already have. Someone got to educate them on that.
Yeah, someone has to educate them. But again, just in general, you know, we can keep that out. We can keep that out of the dance. Now, there's another thing. The events were amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I had a great time. I only decided to go to 3 events this year, um, which was the Rum Veranda hosted by DJ Sinister and Tony X. Shout out to them. Uh, Team Soca was good. I went to Rum Veranda. It was a vibe. It was it was a vibe. It was nice and cool because it was in the midst of the tropical storm Milton that hit. So we had good breeze. And the music, they played a lot of Grenada music. Back to Basics came on. He played Grenada music. Tony X played, they played the regular Trinidadian set. And then there were some newbies that were playing, and they was holding their own. But the energy is what gave the night a good experience. SS Blue.
whoa, 10 out of
I
10.
always enjoy Freeze International's SS series. It's the secret society of soca, and each city and country that they're in, it's a different color powder. Miami is known for blue. Atlanta is known for red. I can't tell you the other cities because those are the only 2 cities that I lived in. Now, SS Blue Secret Society of Soca is hosted by Freeze International, which is a Team Soca DJ. DJ Spice was there, Chow, Rigo, Spooky the Boss, and Jake Cruz and Steph, One Girl Army. The thing about SS Blue is they always manage to play soca all day long without repeats. Now the younger people like Spooky and Jay Blaze or whatever they are, um, they did repeat records. But by that time of the day, everybody was totally inebriated and full of blue powder. So I don't think they were paying attention, but I was sober. And the one thing about SS Blue is in all my life, I've been going to this thing now about eight, probably about 8 years, give or take, minus the pandemic, right? And nobody has ever yanked me and danced on me, right? But I decided to be by the gate to guard our cooler. And I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I was getting pulled from left to right, getting raggy, and people just was joking me. They wasn't whining. Like it wasn't whining, it wasn't soft. It felt like I was getting hit in the bumsy with with
Pelted with.
spikes. I had to tell the man, I say, hey, hold on. I say, I can't take it. You trying to grind me. I say, I thought we was dancing. I whining and moving. Now it already hard for me to whine because I'm old, right? My bones don't move. I
Oh
already taking
gosh.
my time trying to whine. And the man he just grabbed me and said, boop, boop, boop. I said, what the hell? And you know what I do? My body just freeze up and take jam because what I can do?
Be a victim.
I was victimized the
A
entire day.
victim. Oh my gosh.
I
That is
was
crazy.
victimized the entire day. Now listen, I have nothing against fat man, right? But boy, it fucking hot. Excuse me. It was hot. And this man come and rest his belly on my back. And so I pulled my bungie in because I was like, no man, no man, it's hot. And as he dancing with me, I feeling water, and it is not water from the sky, it's water from his body. And I like, my God, just hurry up and dance. I got to go. A dance only 30 seconds. I could take this. I could take this. That time, my face, and somebody captured my face because I saw the video. My face
Oh, there's a
was like,
video.
oh
Oh my gosh.
God.
I need to find this video.
I need to see the video now.
I'm gonna need to see this video.
It's somewhere. Somebody was capturing the blue, and I guess when they was turning around, they captured my face and it stick on there for a hot second, but the face was like, ew. Oh God, help me.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that is funny.
Now, I know I lose a little bit of weight, right? But please put me back in the plus size section where only skinny man is dance with me. Cause fat man don't dance with fat gal.
Yeah. You tell
You tell him.
you tell him that. Chubbs and McKinsey say, yeah, bring that bumper here. Let me stick you.
No, it was okay. If his belly was on my back and his belly was sweating on my back.
Oh gosh. Oh,
Exactly.
That boy said, come here, let me rest my belly upon your bumper.
Y'all can see from a distance. Like I dance everywhere. I be in the front of the crowd with my hands up, my eyes closed, getting baptized in the sound of soca. But Lord tell you now that I am not, you can look at me and see I can't dance. So don't come over here. I whining slow and the music going fast. I am my own world. Leave me alone. This I am not when I bend over, I do a 6:15. I don't even do 6:30. And
oh my gosh. I can't. That's funny.
listen, I just want you to know, yeah, I'm not still shagging a party and dance, but let me dance by myself.
No
Y'all
stush.
didn't see this ring? I say, mother flip. All these years, if I didn't know it only to take a ring for me to get a wine, I would have put on a ring a long time ago. But now I ain't interested. Leave me alone.
That ring don't mean nothing. Me and the brethren who was out there with Henny at Carnival, listen to me, we saw some things. There was a particular song that came on shortly before they went on stage, and this gal, she had her ring, and she was pointing at the ring all up in the camera, and meanwhile, me and him looking like, hold on, this ring don't mean nothing, no chill. Gal say, course,
If
she
you
don't
don't
bring
have a
sand to
ring,
the
then you
beach.
don't have a mister. You could
I was
bend.
just saying there's a song stating if you don't have a ring,
You could
then
Boy,
bend.
camera.
You could bend.
You
she
can
carry on so bad when that song come on, and we was so stunned, like, but ain't no way that just happened. Like I've seen things over the last 3 years, but that that was a shocker. Yeah, you would hear this stuff in songs and thing, shout out Patrice and Double M and thing. But when you see certain things in action on a scale of 9,000, that was do we dance with her, or do we record her, or do we just enjoy what we have at this moment?
Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy what you have at this moment. That's it. It's a vibe, and it's okay because how much things could happen on the road? The reality, Orlando Octave said, plenty girls have man, but they acting like they single. We out here. It say what Faye tell Bungie? Say I single for the road. Single for the carnival. Oh gosh. So we already know what the vibes is. We outside. But I just don't need nobody juking my bungie. I don't want that. If you can dance with me, wine. I need a slow wine. All
Man
that
sing
juking,
about
all
it.
that doing is making me
Man
hot.
go jog.
It already hot.
That's why I said what I said. I do not subscribe to the dry humping
Well,
for carnival events.
I watch Henny
Sadly, they
victimize
know
people.
how to whine. What?
It's a video from. It's a video. It's a video, and the only reason that I don't put these videos up is because I want to represent a certain type of energy for these things, right? But I have a video when the guy jumped behind the girl and grab her neck, and I say, "What this is?" Well, responsible. I should have been responsible and put down the camera and say, "Hey," but no, I was capturing it, so I'm probably an accomplice. But in any event, like you could see the distress on her face, like whoa, 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 whoa. And then there's a video where somebody was dancing with somebody and was taking their hair and using it like a pony strap.
Yo,
Jesus.
And he has that video.
I have some I have some footage. Boy, I tell you, the things is be happening.
And this is somebody that we knew. And they was taking the girl hair like a pony strap and pulling on this woman braids. You don't know how much that woman paid for her braids. Y'all laughing.
Of course I laughing. What you mean? That's all hysterical as hell. Nah, I share the exact same sentiments because I did a review on this saying, brethren, them like, know how to dance when you dance with a thing. I don't do that dry hump and vibe. If you come out there, know how to whine, know how to move. There are certain sets of songs, they have certain sets of dances.
They don't know how to whine. They only know how to spell waist. A lot of people don't know how to dance. They
Fox.
just know how to joke. Coming from
Fox.
my dancer standpoint, I know how to whine. You test what you do. If you want to dance with a girl, this is what I do. I will
Mm,
whine in the front of you. If you engage in my whine in the front, cool. I will decide. I will slightly whine around them. If they proceed to bend over and turn around and whine on me, I will catch that whine and then go about
mm,
my business. If I proceed to go and turn and whine, and they turn like they don't want me to whine on them, I will proceed to the next girl. As
right.
simple as that. Some dudes are just going up the girls that they do not know. They're not testing no one. They're just joking, and the girls would look back at them like, "What the hell?"
And then they stand up awkwardly or walk away.
Yeah, I'm like,
I couldn't stand up. I
like,
couldn't
what are
stand
you
up.
doing?
I couldn't stand up. I was
That's
against
not
the fence.
protocol. Like you will
They
see.
had me cornered.
In the arms
uh,
of an angel. For just 5 cents a day, you too can save Africa Allah from being jucked in a corner at SS Blue.
was getting jumped on for no reason. I'm like, yo, leave her alone.
She's a human. Leave her alone.
So anyway, um, Henny, you were able to go to several events. Tell me your feedback on the events that you attended, because I know that you had some dismay with some of the events, and you also had dismay with the playlists during these
Okay.
events.
So I had a couple issues, but most of the events were amazing. I went to Rum Veranda, SSS Blue, Plunge, Juve, The Road, and other parties, etc. My complaints at certain parties, a lot of the venues, they stated that, for instance, the party starts at 2 p.m. They just setting up at 4 o'clock. You getting it
Mm.
at 5. That was an issue. An issue is if there's DJs, is there 5 DJs playing? All 5 of the DJs should not be playing the same thing. That annoys me when I hear the same song continuously from all 5 DJs. That bothers me. There was no fights. Everything was nice and dandy. You could get along with people you don't know. No vibes, no stush vibes, no bad vibes. It was good. What other issue? That's about it. That's about it.
As a DJ, I've had a conversation with other DJs, and I've realized that most DJs don't know the music that is out. Granted, this year we had a larger pool of music to choose from because small islands are getting a lot of visibility. So we had music from Vincy, we had music from Grenada, Dominica, which has never been on the list or on the radar until this year as a result of the Dominican Music Festival. So we're seeing more visibility in those spaces. We're seeing more visibility in the VI, etc. So depending on what party you went to and who the DJ was, you are going to get your fill of these newer sounds. I've heard DJs say that I get the top 10 songs from every region or every island, and that's how I play my set list. And I'm like, that's fine, but if you play along with a Rigo or a Chow or a Kevin, and they're playing the top songs because they've traveled to these carnivals and festivals, what is it? What's left for you to play? That's when you have to know the music and understand based on the way you listen to music and the way people respond, what records are going to work in that situation that have not been played and that are from those small islands and or from the big islands like Trinidad. Additionally, there's no way that you can be the ambassador for the Bahamas and not play Bahamian music. It's shameful when other DJs from other countries play Bahamian music and there's a Bahamian DJ on the set. That's shameful. Did I say something wrong? I hear it.
Nah, it's truthful. That's why it's so hysterical.
Very much, very much.
That's embarrassing.
And I say this, there were events that I didn't attend, like Stinkin' Duddy, and I want to say it was Citrus. I don't, whichever event happened in the rain that night. I don't know what event that was, but I think I don't know what event that was, but there was a particular DJ that was representing the Bahamas, and there were Bahamians on WhatsApp on their status complaining that by everybody come out and play their music from their country, and the when our people come out, crickets.
Hmm.
Like we'd run some rake and scrape, some Dunkin' Hoops, something.
I mean, you have your own rhythm. You can't run your own rhythm. Come on, man. Like, stop. As a matter of fact, you're on 3 other people's records. You can't run them songs, then play some Bahamian. I mean, there's so many different ways to do that. Like, represent us. You understand what I'm saying? Because all of those people that came out there with Bahamian flags did not get a chance to wave their Bahamian flags because you did not represent them in that way. Another thing is I have qualms with people that don't give international DJs an opportunity because they don't know them, right? We brought our DJs from the Bahamas to play to represent as a promotional thing for Bahamas, right?
Mm.
When our DJs went to play Rake and Scrape, one of the other DJs came and was like, no, 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 stop that, da, da, da. And I was like, babe, All these Bahamian flags that are running over here to hear this because they don't hear this nowhere else. Sit your mother content.
Hey, you won't
I,
get you won't get burst on conch shell. Like what? You crazy?
bro, we do not care about that
The
Chubbs
following day
McKenzie. He's
after
not a
the
good DJ to begin
conversation,
with.
Oh, you call names? Oh my gosh!
I ain't calling names. I just saying what he looked like. He
When you
chubby,
get
and
burst on
so I
conch,
call him Chubbs McKenzie. That he's a chubby fellow. You see
oh
what I'm
god,
saying? And he's not a good DJ. So we in relations to his opinion, we do not care.
yeah, we don't. You get burst with
yeah,
conch. Are we
I
telling
saw,
but
you telling
I
me
saw
you're
gals
intimidating
them
other people. They
personally
don't
dancing to
know.
the bomb.
But
the Bahamas
the
was well
problem is you're
represented
intimidating people that don't
in
know.
my
But anyhow, I saw gals them moving as soon as shout out to DJ Cosmo, shout out to the B Team DJs. When Cosmo started blasting some Bahamian tunes, I saw multiple gals from multiple different sets of places. I noticed I ain't gotta call the Bahamian gals because the Bahamian gals they was dancing, doing their thing. They had their flags there, but it was multiple gals representing from multiple places that was moving to Bahamian music as soon as Cosmo was playing it. You see what I'm saying? So once again, for Mr. Chubbs McKenzie, who say no and whatever, we do not care. The gals them love the thing. Who is you?
That
right.
part. So the following day, when we did play the rake and scrape, a conversation was already had with that person saying, "Hey, we brought them here. This is what their job is, and let them do what they doing." Right? The following day, we played the rake and scrape, and people from other bands, including the number one band for Miami Carnival 2024, ran over to where we were and started ascending below the truck and dancing and enjoying it. All of a sudden, people's flags come out of their book bag.
All right then.
That in itself was a moment to revel at, because as long as I've lived in America, I've never heard Bahamian music on the Parkway, at Caravana, at any of the carnivals that I participated in over the course of the last decade and a half. I've never heard any Bahamian music played during the production or the road. And that in itself was a feat, considering all of the Bahamian DJs that we have sent to America to represent our culture. This was the first time that they ever did it on the road where it was prominent. Yes, we have crossed the stage. We've crossed the stage to the Garland before in Trinidad, but by that was done by a Trinidadian DJ that comes to the Bahamas all the time. That had nothing to do with a Bahamian DJ representing for the Bahamas. And I want to make that clear. Anytime that we've heard Bahamian music on the road, it's always been either Stevie S. Hold Your Head or The Garland by D Mac. It has never been Boatman and whatever else we played, Red Shirt, all of those things. It's never been those. It's always been those two songs. And those two songs have always been played by Giselle Lawasi, one Internal Vibes, or International Steven. I've never seen a Bahamian DJ play Bahamian music on the road. So I don't remember what my point was, but represent
Oh,
your culture. Oh, that's what it
Represent.
was.
that's the moral of the
A
story.
sense of
Represent your
identity.
culture.
Right. We have to have a sense of identity because everybody else, now that small islands are getting the visibility, this is the opportunity for us. This is a chance for us to take an opportunity to push our culture forward. This is what we've waited for. This is the reason we this is the reason why the Bahamas got involved with Carnival in an effort to perpetuate and push our culture so that our entertainers can have more spaces to be seen. They can't efficiently and effectively make a living on music in the Bahamas alone, which is why Carnival is such an important aspect to the Bahamian entertainment industry. But that doesn't work if the DJs aren't playing the Bahamian music in places where it should be discovered.
I was saying, in relations to the DJs also playing the Bahamian music, and shout out to them that did, because not only are they good representations, we can actually solidify them as true ambassadors that actually pulled off what, once again, based on what you're saying and based on my experience, no other DJ has ever done before on the road. They are the ambassadors, but it should also, to any Bahamian artist that's listening to this conversation, it should make them step up to the plate and say, all right, cool, we need some more music out there. You see what I'm saying? Like, get on the bandwagon and put some more music out there. Shout out to people like Johnny K. Shout out to people like Wendy. Shout out to Shine, doing their thing. But hey, foot on the gas now. You know what I mean?
Honey,
Yes.
you're a dancer, right?
Hmm.
Do you think that the quality of music coming out of the Bahamas can compete with the music that is out from a global standpoint when it comes to Caribbean music? Because now we're not only listening to Soca, we're listening to Bayou, we're listening to Compa. All of these things are being promoted and used on the road. So does the Bahamas have the kind of quality necessary to keep up with these other islands?
Yes, we do. We do have we do have the potential to do that. It's just executing it, because a lot of Bahamian DJs don't play any kind of rake and scrape or junket music at none of these events. A big DJ that I know, I haven't heard him play any Bahamian music at couple parties. I'm not gonna call his name, but hey, it is what it is. But we can contend against other islands with their music.
Call names, boy.
And I don't want to call names. No,
Put
yeah,
pressure to the pipe, boy.
no,
Make them step up on their A game.
I can call that name. Yeah, I don't know backlash from that person. But hey, if you know, you know.
That's fair, my brother. I ain't gonna pressure you to do it. But I saying, I can call names, my boy. You see what they saying? When I call names, I praise you. When you're doing nonsense, I can holler at you. And especially if I know your name. DJ Overdose, do better. This draft, mother sick, pardon me, this draft.
Oh gosh. Well then.
Yeah, bro. Like that's why I said the DJs that played Bahamian music this time go around are true ambassadors, and I mean that in the most respectful way. You gonna be a representative and call yourself an ambassador for the Bahamian people. You don't play Bahamian artists. But listen to me. I, as a man, I love Julian Believe.
Oh, like I've never heard Julian Belize, Patrice Morel. I'm like, yo, we have some nice upcoming artists now.
Repeat that again, bro.
No, I said we have like Julian Belize. I love the Junkanoo song. The what's the song? Step to the left. The Caribbean Slide. Then there's Patrice Morel. She has some bangers. I've never heard them on the road.
Bro, there's plenty tunes what could be played on the road. Just like how they play new and old tunes on the road, you could do that with Bahamian artists. You see what I'm saying? My
Very much.
favorite song from Julian Believe is the first song I ever heard from him. That's Just Wine. What he would have done with Bungie Garlin. The remix.
Ah, that's a banger. That's a banger.
There should be no reason any Bahamian artist or DJ that will be playing mass anywhere in the world, especially with our neighbors next door, why that particular song can't touch road. But then again, what do I know? I'm just the guy that captures the moment. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Back to this representation thing. So it's the vote, yes, come on, my brother.
Boy.
No, but if we're having the conversation, we got to be real. See, in this generation, bro, we tiptoe around too much things to protect people's feelings and integrity too much. When you out there, boy, the integrity of the Bahamian people cannot be defended if not by you. You see what I'm saying? So when I out there and think, the first thing what I look for, this is my experience from me men shooting, and this is me shooting multiple times in the U.S. The first thing what I looking for is a flag, boy. You see what I'm saying? The first thing I looking for is a flag. People got to know I was a cameraman from the Bahamas, boy. When you hear me speak, I ain't speaking in the tone what I normally is speaking, which is politically correct to most of my clients. No, you hearing the raw, I mean raw Bahamian dialect from me, but I ain't pretending that when I on the work road, bro. When I am representing from the Bahamas, my brother. If this hood the ears he ain't play one tone and other DJs did, nah, kid, that ain't cool. Do better. Ain't like you ain't got options. You got plenty of options. I call off 3 solid artists. You see what they saying? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Now, what a DJ get called off now? Who was the poor representation but will call himself ambassador? I want that smoke today. I'm telling you, man, Annie, like we gotta be real with this, boy. Cause I ain't telling you to be sorry, I ain't telling you to be better. You ain't gonna represent me, but in the next man country we're playing next man too, and can't play me at least once. Come on now.
Factual, very much so.
I come from the Bahamas. Let me hear your. Oh wait, why your accent sound like that, brethren? When you're around them people, you could sound like that, but when you're around me, you sound like us. All right.
It's funny because a lot of Bahamian flyers I saw there were not. They don't live in the Bahamas. They live there.
Yeah, yeah.
You represented though. You represented.
There was a dude who was a part of one of the bands that was with us. He said that he lived in New Orleans. His mother and father, they are Bahamians. Therefore, he put on the flag.
Yeah, they was rapping those flags.
Mm.
They were rapping them flags.
Hell, even when sorry, what you say?
I'd go. They was like, what? I said, you rapping the Bahamas? You don't know where I go is? He said, oh man, I'm just rapping the flag because that's where my people's from. I was like, oh, okay. I
Boy,
said,
listen.
hey man, but you got to know the lingo.
Uh-huh. And plenty of them don't know the lingo. It's plenty
They,
of young folks
I
out
was
there who
talking,
like that.
I was talking to them. I was like, you don't understand what they said? I was like, what? The
But
man give me to
notice,
the Bahamas. Come book with Henny's transporters. I can make sure you know how the island is, the lingo.
but the one thing what I love about it though, pay attention to how the other Caribbean folks, you ain't gotta switch up nothing like that. Like when you talk to them in Bahamian, to the Jamaicans,
They can
to
they understand,
Fox.
they understand exactly what I say.
Mm-hmm.
My girls from Barbados, I love them. Oh, Asian woman, 10 out of 10.
But it's 2 gals who I saw at Juve. My God. Shout out to the Trinidadian gal.
As I was saying, this year I was able to participate in Carnival with my husband's band, Natural Disasters. And that experience was interesting to say the least because I was able to participate from a deeper perspective where I was able to see all of the ins and outs and intricacies that go into producing a carnival band. Not to say that I haven't experienced it before as a member of masqueraders and other bands, but I was able to see it from the perspective of the US and all of the stipulations that they have in regards to carnival. The trucks have to be out at 2 a.m. in the morning and lined up. That is an extremely long time for people to be outside. That's an extremely long time for people to be outside. So we have to give thanks to people like the security, the police officers, the ETMs, all of those people that we expect to be there. But we don't realize that our costume prices and the fees that the carnival band owners pay are to help with cleaning up the venue, making sure that we're secure, making sure that there are telepathies around, making sure that if you pass out, there's someone there to help you. So I have a different respect for the organization of Miami Carnival as I saw it from a vendors and band owners perspective this year. Henny, you were able to participate. You were able to participate with natural disasters.
Natural disaster.
Tell me
Beautiful.
your experience from a masquerader's
The experience
perspective.
from natural disaster.
Yeah, just a masquerader's perspective. It doesn't have to necessarily be from natural disaster, but just from a masquerader's perspective.
Oh, like the road or
Overall,
the
both of it.
entire.
The road, Juve, all of it.
Okay. So for Juve take the cake for me. Juve was an experience. I had fun. I heard a bunch of different songs played in Juve. The paint, the powder, it was there. I was dirty. My Crocs are slippery. Wine on mad girls from different countries. Different places in the Caribbean. I had a time in Juve. Juve was nice. The road was very good, but I didn't like the space in between the trucks. Is like they were so spread out. The last carnival I've been to, they were more together. I didn't like because when we was trying to we truck up after we stayed with our band for a bit. The trucks were so far. I asked it was a truck driver that was in front of us. He's like, "Oh, I tell them how far to go, this, that, and the next, but this doesn't make sense. The barn is so far away from the other barns." It was annoying to me because normally what we used to always walk up all the way, just walk through the barn, see if they DJ vibing or not. But like to walk all the way up there, it didn't make sense. We just stayed with our barn and carried on.
Right.
But
Now,
barns in the back of us, they were more close together, but a lot of the barns were separated, and that's not appealing for the people watching that are at the judge
right,
booth, because the so far you got to go all that time without hearing no music. It should be consistent. That's what I feel. It should be consistent flow of music, or like, yeah. And it took some time for us to get across the stage because I think the other band, that as well, was a little time consuming, but we made the most of it. It was a little choreographies. We put on a show for the crowd. You know how that thing goes, dances, pop up. We we'll entertain you. Well, we put on a show. Yeah. But that was my issue. I heard a lot of good songs. A lot of the songs had a lot more cursing this year as of when I've been to Miami Carnival 2020, 2018, 2017. It's a little more vulgar, but hey, yeah, again, I can't bad the artists. They sing what they want to sing, but it could be less cursy,
especially when it's a family
less.
event.
Put your pussy in the face. Fuck this, like pussy, dick, that. I'm like, could y'all like just lower that? Yeah. What else? A lot of the only issues I had with some parties was them not being on time. Because when I'm flying from a foreign country, I'm coming to the party early because I spend my money. I'm going to be there when it starts and when it ends. I'm coming there to enjoy all of that time. If the party is 7 hours, I'm going to be there for that 6 or 7. That's just me.
Right.
I paid money, especially at an expensive party. Soca brainwash, I ain't gonna lie. The money, well, the drinks was okay, but that's ridiculous. The price is very ridiculous. I'm like it's not bad now, but I'm like it's a bit hefty on the pocket.
Right.
The venue was nice. It was beautiful. DJ's doing good. I wish there was. I didn't really hear any not Caribbean. I didn't hear any Bahamian music to my knowledge.
DJ overdose do better.
I ain't gonna name it. Hey,
A strange draft just blew in. What just
oh God,
happened? That was weird. You know,
I
the
ain't gonna name
draft.
dropping, but hey,
It was the draft.
what else? What else? Oh, and I noticed I keep a bag for the bonds every year I go to Carnival. Like it was a short bond. I noticed that, and then every party I didn't get cups. Like for instance, these all of my cups from the past carnivals and parties I've been to. I have them like line up. I didn't. I got like one cup from Soca Brainwash. I think that was the only cup I got because every party it was like a cup I got and a band. I ain't got no cup. I ain't got no
Bonds.
band
Yeah.
because I normally select them at the my hands be full. By the time I go into the airport, you gonna know I party. You can see the bonds when I reach through customs back home. I was
Bring back
outside.
the bonds. That's our only evidence.
I was mad because I only had like probably 6 bonds on, and I been to at least 10 parties strong. I was like, what
Bring
is
back the
this?
bonds. We want the bonds.
It wasn't,
We need,
huh?
bring back the bonds. We want the
We need the
bonds.
bonds. Like,
We
I need
need
the
social
bonds.
proof that we've been out.
Exactly. Like, all I have is photos from, like, I need the bonds. I have the whole bond collection, like, for the past years I've been going out. Like, I keep them. Memories, precious memories. But yeah, that was another issue I had. Only place I really got a cup was Brainwash. Because most of the venues they give you a little cup in the entry, then you go drink. Keep your little
But
cup as a
Brainwash
if you
was
want,
all
or you can toss
inclusive
it to
though,
the
right?
Yeah, Brainwash is all inclusive.
So you got the cups at Brainwash because it was all inclusive. You got the little pouch bags for SSS because it was a wet fet or a
I didn't the water case because boy, I didn't want to mess up my new phone. No sir, I was scared. Boy, I didn't want to mess up my phone because that happened. I forget where it was when I was to the what party it was in. My phone speaker had gone out, but then it come back in because I didn't have a waterproof pouch. Well, God bless them for giving them out. I appreciate that SSS Blue. But SSS Blue, when I tell you that take the cake for this year. SSS Blue is my favorite party. When we throw the powder, when I tell you I couldn't see in the front or back of me, all I saw was blue, just blue. Boy, the time was hot that
That's
day.
what you came here for.
The time was hot.
That is what you came there
The
for.
time
A time.
I had a block.
All right, so Miami Carnival 2024 it did what it was supposed to do. I have a problem. Oh, there we go. Let me see. I have a problem with Uber Soca having their event so close to Miami Carnival, creating unnecessary competition between the two. And I think that is important that if we are going to be rallying behind Caribbean culture, that we should collectively make sure that each and every product wins. Now, granted, some people are in it for money and some people are in it for culture. But we cannot stifle a product that's 40 years old, 4 decades old, to have to fight for its life against a new product in the marketplace. Okay.
Well, based on what I would have heard, I
There we go.
I realized that there's politics everywhere. You know, there's politics everywhere in all of these festivities. And the thing is, I would have had a conversation with someone when I was over there, and I'm like, if this how this goes down, the bonds have to come together and make some sense of this. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, certain sets of people they know the issues, but they're not bringing the issues forward. Um, but that's something that they have to fix because they bring the experience to the people. The people have to come to them and purchase the costumes, decide who they're gonna play with, so on, so forth. So you owe that, if not only to the culture but to the people. You owe that to the people that travel around the world to actually come and play with you. You see what I'm saying? But I think at this point, like certain people, they just too comfortable. When you tired of something, you can do something about it. And it was disheartening to hear the same politics in a different place doing the exact same nonsense. Eesh, I don't like that at all. So the fact that they decided to have their stuff in October so close to Carnival and whatever, when their stuff is normally in November, that to me was stupid. That was stupid. That was unnecessary. And realistically speaking, both parties suffered. Miami Carnival suffered from it, and also the cruise itself suffered from it because Y'all could have had most of the people come for the cruise next month instead of having a divided bunch.
Yeah, and, and
That's
that
that's
made parties not got the full extent of it. Cause see, if everybody trying to be like, okay, we got to choose between my Miami Carnival and Uber Soca, instead of you can do Miami Carnival and Uber Soca. Cause I was in that same predicament. I had a lot of friends who were to me, "Oh, you coming to Miami Carnival or you doing Uber Soca?" I said, "We can't do both." He was like, "No, it's a bit conflicting because it was so close. If they had it in November, to give you time to take take a date, take a week off, go. They just trying to grab money. They just
That's
it's
it. They
it's
are trying to grab. It's a money grab. It's not about culture. Uber Soca is not about culture. And the other part of it is like a lot of the artists that were in town for Miami Carnival actually are on the Uber Soca this year, and they had to stay in town until time for Uber Soca, which is today, or which is the Monday upon air recording date, right? And
mhm.
the artists boarded a day in advance, so they boarded on October 20th. So they've been on the ship, and now the patrons are boarding on October 21st. But that's exactly 1 week from Miami Carnival. So there was no way that
She's staying.
somebody could take
Yep,
off a week and then come back a week later and take off another week. Like, people have jobs.
they ain't had time to catch themselves.
jobs, responsibilities, all that. There was a chick that I met at Bahamas Carnival this year. She's from Trinidad, but she lives in Florida. I think further up. And interestingly enough, at the very last ending of Juve, I ended up spotting her, and I hop out the truck quickly, and I ran to her and I gave her a hug. I said, "You gonna be a Carnival?" She said, "No, no, she flying back tonight where she came from." But and not only that, she also has a daughter. She has a beautiful daughter and whatnot. So we have these things that we have to get back to. She's in school, I might add. She's in school, she's working, she has a child. So you got to remember these things. They don't want to keep on dropping their lives if y'all can't get your priorities together. If everything can happen in a particular setting at particular spaces, then yeah, we could do that. But but separate this, or I got to choose between this event or that event, when y'all could actually space them out better and coordinate better, nah.
Mm.
Right.
A lot of people I knew flew out that Friday, that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then went back to work Monday. A lot of friends and people I met when I was in Trinidad, Jamaica, they said, "We just come for 2 days party and then dip." Like, bro,
Yeah, they had to make it a weekend event. There's no way that they could indulge in all of the activities that happened during Miami Carnival. And I wanted to be known that Miami Carnival itself, Miami Carnival Broward One committee, is only responsible for four activities that are associated with Miami Carnival. That is the Kiddies Carnival, Panorama, which I have yet to attend, Juve, and Parade of Bands. That is Miami Carnival. All of the other events and activities that happen during Miami Carnival are just icing on the cake, right? So they're not necessarily a part of Miami Carnival. But as we know, the fetes make the carnival experience more memorable. Hence, Bahamas Carnival Fete Weekend will be happening June 5th through 10th in Nassau, Bahamas. And this year, we are hosting Bahamas Carnival during Bahamian Labor Day and Whit Monday, which is the reason why we encourage people to come to the Bahamas on the 4th, so that they can not only experience the excitement and immersive experience of the various carnival activities, but they can get involved with Bahamian culture as we do our Labor Day Junkanoo Parade early in the morning, the same day as Just a Line. So after you've gone and jumped in the parade with the Junkanooers, you can head over to Flamingos right down the street and air condition, catch yourself, drink a little, and eat some Bahamian food, right? We invite you to stay until the 10th because, again, Whit Monday is a Bahamian holiday, and there will be a plethora of Bahamian activities happening on the 9th of June. So, I've given you more than enough time, ample time now. Y'all get at least 8 months to figure yourself out, organize your team, and head over to the Bahamas for Bahamas Fete Weekend, right? Bahamas Carnival Fete Weekend. Yes, it's Bahamas Carnival, but we already know the fetes make the carnival exciting. Y'all like my little drop there? And don't forget we have
Yes,
Yeah,
rideshare
yes.
offers
you
brought
just
to
need
you
to now
by
put it in audio format.
That's what I
You're
have. That's what I
welcome.
have you for. That's what I have you for. Hey, everybody, this is one on the stage. Anyway, gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for giving me your time. Giving me your time. If you are ever in the Bahamas, make sure that you check out Henny Transportation. They are the official and only ride share company associated with Bahamas Carnival Fete Weekend. You guys, he does everything. He delivers packages. He can pick up your costumes. Make sure that you have all of the supplies that you need when you come on island. Pick you up from the airport. Everything that you need. Plus, he'll also have discounts on tickets to the various fetes and events happening during Bahamas Carnival weekend. So you guys make sure you check out Henny Transport. Henny, you have any further information about your transportation company?
Yes, yes, yes. Transporters, we're available 24/7, Monday to Sunday. We accept credit card, cash. We're also, you can WhatsApp us for any more information via WhatsApp. Our number is 1242. That's our area code 447-0472. Let me repeat that. 1242-447-0472.
And they are the official rideshare company for Bahamas Carnival weekend. So if you are ready to just lime, then you can just lime with us, all right? Lano, the
Yes, yes.
sage produced it, the cinematic genius. Lano Sage, tell us a little bit about what you got
My
going
girl,
on and
my
how
girl,
you
my
are going
girl.
to make your carnival experience more engaging.
Well, for one, you let Carnival be exactly what it is. You let any fete be exactly what it is, a movie, and you turn the movie into the moment, and the moment matters. So when you're playing Moss, you got to play it with sense. Grab the moment while it's there. Because I promise you, Sage Produce It will always make it look good. There is no ifs, there is no ands, there is no buts. You know what I mean? And also, check out your boy, Sage Produce It. We are on Instagram. Also, you can reach out to me, lanothesage at gmail.com. Check me out on Instagram as well, Lano_the_sage. Don't be a stranger. Let's get some stuff going. Henny, let's get some stuff going as well. But I didn't know you was operating on that frequency, but we need to make some stuff happen, bro.
Oh, I forgot. Follow us on Instagram, Henny's Transporters 242. I also can accommodate a group of up to six, a group of seven, a group of 14, or a group of 25. You travel in big groups, we got you. Transportation all the time. We also do jet ski rentals, ATV rentals, tours of the island. You got to experience our food and site tour of the island. You'll have a blast. Trust me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Come for a
So,
tour. Got to try the food, the rum, the alcohol, the drinks. You'll need a Bahama Mama, a Long Island iced tea, and you try everything.
boom. So come true. Make sure Henny got you for transportation. When Sage Produce It, see you on the road. They will make sure that you look good when everything is said and done. By all means, we are looking forward to Bahamas Carnival come June.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
a- and we heading back to the best cinematic route ever. So I am looking forward to that. Like we had the test run last year. Well, I mean this year we can get it done properly next year for sure. So by all means, come to Bahamas Carnival in June. Let's make it happen.
That's right. Once
yes, yes.
again, that is June 4th through 10th, 2025. We will be in Nassau, Bahamas. For more details and information, you can hit up carnivalconcierge.online. That's carnivalconcierge.online. Thank you so much. This has been Being Africa Allah, and this is our carnival story.